Hi, New Life Kids. It is Miss Tammy here. I miss you guys so much. You may be saying, wait a second, what's going on behind you? I don't see the red wall we normally see. Well, I am in my kitchen today, so we're going to do something a little different. But hopefully you think it's, I guess it's kind of fun. I'm going to enjoy it after the video, but we'll see. Anyway, we're going to get right into it. We are still in our lessons about Jesus and Jesus's life and the miracles that Jesus did. And next week, we're going to meet in person again. I'm very excited. I have missed you guys so much. And even though some of you I still haven't seen since March, I miss all of you. And those that I have got to see, but I haven't seen in a few weeks, I miss you so much. You just don't know. I miss you so much. So we are going to talk about Jesus feeding 5,000. So who knows that story? What was the food in that story? Jesus feeds the 5,000. It is fishes and loaves, right? The bread and the fish. That is what Jesus used. Now, how did he get that? He got that from the little boy, right? Well, what do you think the people standing around Jesus thought when he said he was going to feed everybody with just those fish and loaves? What do you think? They probably thought, no. I mean, we know you're Jesus, but come on. What do you think? Do you think they thought that? I don't know. I think it would be pretty hard to believe that you could feed that many people. Now, look at this. Look at this right here. Now, it looks really large because I'm putting it close to you. But over here by me, it's not as large. You see that? Now, do you think this amount could cooked fill this much? This bowl? Do you think that you could get full eating this much of something? I don't know. I think you probably could. Doesn't seem like a lot to me. Even if I ate all of these little kernels all by myself, I think I would still be hungry. But an amazing thing happens when, who remembers this? We did this at church once. When I put it in my popcorn popper, right? Who remembers this? So I'm going to put, now, you guys, I gotta put my lid back on because otherwise the popcorn's just gonna go everywhere. Now, it's gonna get real loud, so I think you're gonna be on mute during this. All right, while the popcorn is popping, let's read our lesson. So we're gonna find our story in John chapter 6, 5 through 13. You can also find the story in Matthew 14, 13 through 21. But today we're going to read in John. So in today's Bible story, a big crowd gathered to hear from Jesus. When it came time to eat, the disciples could only find one boy with a very small lunch to share. Let's read what happened in John 6, 5 through 13. So we have our hands-on Bible. All right, we're going to start in verse 5. Jesus soon saw a huge crowd of people coming to look for him. Turning to Philip, he asked, "Where can we buy bread to feed all these people?" He was testing Philip, for he already knew what he was going to do. Jesus already knew. Philip replied, "Even if we worked for months, we wouldn't have enough money to feed them." So he's not talking about the food. He's not saying, we won't have enough food to feed them. He'll say, we won't have enough money to buy enough food to feed them, even if we worked for months. Then Andrew, Simon Peter's brother, spoke up. There's a young boy here with 5 barley loaves, that's bread, and 2 fish. But what good is that with this huge crowd? Tell everyone to sit down, Jesus said. So they all sat down on the grassy slopes. The men alone numbered about 5,000. So that means with women and children, it was a lot more than 5,000. Then Jesus took the loaves, gave thanks to God, and distributed them to the people. Afterward, he did the same with the fish, and they all ate as much as they wanted. We're going to read a little bit past 11. After everyone was full, Jesus told his disciples, now gather the leftovers so that nothing is wasted. They picked up the pieces and filled 12 baskets with scraps left by the people who had eaten from the 5 barley loaves. So not only was it enough to feed everybody, but there was 12 baskets of leftovers. That's crazy. That is a miracle. God provides. But it's not always in the ways we're expecting. I'm glad that God is powerful and that he can provide for you and me. So no, I bet that's not how they're expecting me. And let's face it, a lot of those people, they probably enjoyed their meal, but it might not have been their favorite meal. You know what I mean? Someone might have been like, bread and fish. So God provides, but he doesn't always provide the way we think. Sometimes when we're hungry or we want something, like we talked about this, things that we wanted for this year. A lot of people talked about the things that they needed, and they mentioned phones and things like that. And I think sometimes the things we want or become in our head that they're the things we need. But when God truly knows what we really need, and he's provided for that. So we got to remember that sometimes he doesn't provide the way we think he will. All right, so let's see if our popcorn's done. All right, guys. See, look at that. It filled that entire bowl. Can you believe that? We just filled this little bitty thing full of kernels and it made this much food, this much popcorn. That's pretty cool. That's hard to believe. But God is our provider, just like in this story, how he provided for those people. He provided all that food from just a little bit. Just like how we had a little bit of popcorn kernels and they made this. Isn't God made popcorn. He did. And that's pretty cool that he can create these things. And he was able to provide for all those people with such a little gift that kid, that little boy gave. He was willing to share, and that sharing helped so many people because God provides. So our memory verse, Jesus then took the loaves, gave thanks, and distributed to those who were seated as much as they wanted. He did the same with the fish, John 6:11. That's crazy. God is amazing. Now, let's pray, and then Miss Tammy's going to go and eat her popcorn. I hope you guys have popcorn at home so you can make it yourself. Probably doesn't look like this kind of popcorn maker. Maybe you just have the kind you can microwave. Or maybe your parents make it a different way. Who knows? But I'm very excited to go have some popcorn. Okay, so let's pray. Lord, thank you so much that you are a God who provides. Thank you that you know that what we need and when we need it. Thank you that you care about our situation and where we're at. Lord, I thank you for each and every one of our New Life kids. I praise you that you have given them a plan and a purpose and that you are providing for that plan and that purpose. Lord, you are so amazing, and we just thank you. In Jesus' name, amen. All right, guys, I love you so, so much. Bye.